Hello, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have pen and paper because you need to take down this information. What I'm going to teach you today is the secret of the rich. We're going to start with three questions. Number one, do you want to leave a legacy for future generations? Question number two, do you want to save taxes year after year, generation after generations? And question number three, do you want to know the secret of the rich? My name is Sally Gimmon. I'm the owner of thetrustisyou.com, and I help U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, U.S. entrepreneurs, and U.S. investors save taxes legally. The Spendthrift Trust is in the IRS Tax Code 643B. It's been in front of the United States Supreme Court on two different occasions, and the Benson Financial Trust was written by Paul Benson 76 years ago, a Harvard law professor, and it's never been audited. He wrote 5 different trusts, and they've never been audited. This is as legal can be. So let's get into this, a little bit about the history of the trust. It comes from England way back when King Henry VIII, that famous king who chopped off his wives' heads, started the Church of England. He went to go tax the lords and ladies of England, and they went further back to the Magna Carta saying, King Henry VIII, you can't do this. It's contract law that came to the colonies while we were still part of England. The law firm I work on behalf of inherited a trust that turned 350 years old in 2023. This has gone on for 350 years. The 5 different trusts that Paul Benson wrote. The first one is the business trust for U.S. business owners and 1099 income earners and entrepreneurs. You will legally save at least 90% on your federal taxes, and in 43 states no longer pay state income taxes. I personally, in 2022 and 2023, I saved 92% on my federal taxes and did not pay North Carolina taxes because I have the business trust. I have 3 online businesses where I get paid 1099 income because I'm an affiliate, and I get to save that money. To give you an idea, a local pizzeria here who makes $15,000 a month or $180,000 a year gross, they're saving here in North Carolina $34,903 every single year. They can use this money to pay off their mortgage. They could buy a new car. They can take their family on vacation. They can give to charity, or they can save for retirement. What they did, they opened up a 3rd location. Now they're making even more money. And in 2025, they're going to open up a 4th location. When they retire in 2035, they're going to leave 2 pizzerias to one child, 2 pizzerias to another child, and they will not have to pay any inheritance tax, and they too will save federal and state income taxes. This is an amazing trust. The 5 elements for the trust. So you have to write this down. It's irrevocable. It goes from generation to generation. It's irrevocable, complex. It can hold money from day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, decade to decade, century to century. 97% of the trusts out there are what my mom and dad had and what Susie Orman talks about on television, the family trust. There's nothing wrong with the family trust. The only thing the family trust does is avoid probate, and then it dissolves. This is not your mom and dad's trust. This is what the super rich have, U.S. presidents have, and I want to teach it to as many people as possible. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, how come I don't know about this? Great question. The rich don't share what they know. There are over 1 million attorneys or lawyers in the United States at this time. Only 4% of them are trust attorneys. Trust attorneys work with the very, very rich. The law firm I work on behalf of has 4 trust attorneys that it's a grandson and great-grandson of Paul Benson, who wrote the 5 different trusts. I've only got through 1. So this is why you haven't heard of it. So the second trust is the beneficial trust. This is for all U.S. investors. You will no longer pay short-term or long-term capital gains. You will not pay interest income taxes if you're a passive investor. You will not pay dividend income taxes if you're in the stock market or a day trader. You will no longer pay rental income taxes if you're a U.S. investor, short-term rentals, long-term rentals, commercial property, or arbitrage. And you will no longer pay royalty income taxes if you have talent. I have no talent. That's the second trust that Paul Benson wrote. The third trust is the charitable trust if you're a 501c3 company. The fourth trust he wrote is the mineral trust if you have oil wells, shale rights, coal rights. One of my clients inherited his granddad's horse farm in Oklahoma, and on the horse farm he has 6 oil wells. He's saving over $32,000 every single year with his selling the oil. He can use that to buy more horses, buy more feed. He's also a real estate investor, so who knows? So so that's the mineral rights, and then the fifth trust is going to be the senior trust. Anybody who's over 65 and making too much money. This, if you make more than $91,000, it affects your Part B of Medicare. Part A is your hospital stay. Part B is doctors and tests. I want to teach this to as many people as possible. I have a free class out there. If you go out to www.sallygimmon.com, my first name, Sally, my last name, G like girl, I, M like Mary, O, N like Nancy.com. When you go out to that website, you're going to get a free presentation, 23-minute presentation. You're going to get 3 articles from Forbes magazine. You're going to get case law, and you're going to get a chart that shows if you make $80,000 and file single, there's 4 ways to file your taxes. Single, head of household, married jointly, married separately. Single's the most expensive way to file. I'm single, people. I know this. So if you make $80,000 at filing single in all 50 states, how much money you will save. I want to teach this to as many U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, U.S. entrepreneurs, and U.S. investors, how the rich save money so you too can save money. Please go out to my free class, watch it 24/7, find out, maybe it's not for you today, but maybe in 6 months, maybe in 2 years. Thank you for watching my video. Have a wonderful Thursday. Take care.